What's up, YouTube? In this video, I'm going to be removing the stock front end of my 1954 Chevy Bel Air and the steering column, getting ready for a Mustang II front end install. I learned a lot in this video. You're not going to want to miss it. Roll the intro. All right, good morning, dudes. Now that the motor's out, we got this thing pushed back, and we are going to degrease this entire front end because I'm gonna have to be removing the steering. I'm gonna drop this front end out and all the steering stuff so that I can start prepping this frame for the Mustang II front end to go. I've already got my cross member ordered up, but the first step is to get this 70 years of grime off of here. So what I did is I went and bought like the cheapest little pump sprayer right here, and I got it filled up with the purple power degreaser. And I'm just going to coat all this really good, including the firewall, and then spray it off with a pressure washer. Hopefully I won't have to do too much scraping, but it's pretty filthy, so let's see. First thing I got to do is I got to get this steering box out. So after a little bit of research, it sounds like all I got to do is take this big nut out right here, use a pitman arm puller to pull this off of that spline. I don't have to touch any of this because I don't want to take anything apart inside this worm gear. I don't even have to take this stuff off because I'm going to leave all of this together. We'll come around here to the inside. I've got to pull the steering wheel off and the turn signal off, and the rest should be able to stay together. I do have to disconnect the horn wire and disconnect like the floor plate. And they say that this will slide through the firewall. I don't know. What do you guys think? It does not look like it will fit through there, but ChatGPT says it will, so we'll find out. All right, so I got a 1 1/4 inch socket here, and I'm gonna see if I can break this nut free. Came right off. Now we just got these two 9/16 bolts here that bolts the steering box to the frame. Man, deep threads. I think this one I'm just gonna leave loose because I don't want the weight of the steering box just hanging. All right, so here on the inside, I gotta take this little plate off. So there's 4 little push pins like this. And the best way to do it is just take a screwdriver on the back side and just push this, and that thing will get narrow and they'll just pop right out. Take out all 4 of them. I've already got them pushed through from the... Oh, I just broke that. She was a little brittle. Have to get a new one of those, I guess. Well, that didn't go as planned. Now I gotta figure out how to get this little insulation piece out right here. All right, so now I gotta disconnect all these wires that are coming in through the firewall here into the steering column. I think I can just pull them. Yeah, they just disconnect just like that. All right, so we should be all good down here. This little foam piece is still here, but I think that's just gonna pull right through. So now we need to pull this steering wheel. Gotta remove the horn button, disconnect the blinker. We may take this shift lever off. I'm gonna see about popping this horn button off, which I'm pretty sure you just pry it off. I don't wanna break this though. I am gonna try to reuse this steering wheel, so. Okay, so I'm glad I didn't pry. You have to push in and twist. All right, I got my helper here. What's going on here, Liv, is I'm trying to twist this horn button off, but the whole wheel's turning. Are you pretty strong?
Yeah, I think we could both do it together.
That's what I'm thinking. If I can twist the horn button and you hold the wheel from turning, that might be best. I'm gonna be turning this like that. I don't want you to let the wheel turn. You are strong.
Have you hit yourself with a hammer yet?
Oh, I just did.
I see.
It's all right.
Let's just try one more time.
All right.
Oh, I heard it.
I know, but I think it was trying to break. All right, so silly me. I thought this was all just one piece that needed to come off first, but apparently we're supposed to use a pick and peel this little center cap off first. You got it. Good job, Liv. Now we've got to use a screwdriver to pull those out.
I got it, Daddy.
Good job, buddy. All right, flathead screwdriver, please.
Right here?
Yep.
Okay, I want to do it.
All right, you see these silver screws right there?
Yep.
All right, so there's 3 screws in here. Other way.
Oh, I just tied it.
Yep.
Ah.
It's hard being a mechanic, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Oh no! Oh, there you go. Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so now it looks like there's just a couple things in there. So let me see those. And then there's also the little horn button spring that you don't want to lose. It's right here. So I'm going to set all this aside. All right, now I'm guessing we're going to have to take this nut off right here. We're going. We got it. Ooh, it's hot. All right, it's going to be hot. It's going to be hot.
That is hot.
Yeah.
Whew.
I know.
It's like fire.
I know. All right, so now we got to use our steering wheel puller. Make sure that fits for me.
Oh, yep.
Okay, you can leave it there.
Later, beta, bota, bota. Guess who's that? The talented one.
Are we stripping something? I feel like something's getting stripped out. Oh yeah, that's funny. I thought it was stripping out. Actually, it was just coming off. So now we're gonna get rid of this spring, set it aside. I'm gonna disconnect the blinker assembly. All right, so there's my turn signal. All of that stuff can stay now. Now I'm gonna try this Pitman arm puller. I've never used one of these before, but it seems just like the steering wheel puller. It's a 3/4 inch socket. And I'm just gonna start pulling with this. Yeah, she's out, boys. All right, Pitman arm is out. So technically now, this should mean I should be able to take this one bolt out and start moving this steering box if I did everything right. Except I can already see one bolt that I forgot to take out right here. Check it out, guys. She's out. Yeah, so now this is loose. It's just a matter of prying her down. Something's still holding it up though. All right, so ChatGPT has steered me wrong on a couple things. I am gonna have to take this lever off and this little bracket right here because it's running through a hole in the dash. So that's definitely gonna have to come out. And also there's this little keeper holding the steering column up from underneath. I had to go inside the dash with a little 1/2 inch socket and remove that. But right now, the only thing that's holding the column up is this shifter. So I already hit it with some penetrant, and I got a great big screwdriver. I'm gonna see if I can bust these. Yes, I got one loose. Fortunately, they're not super deep. I gotta be careful because this is probably gonna fall as soon as it lets go. These two are out. This is disconnected. Feels like something is still holding it in. All right, so after looking at it, I think I am gonna have to take this little gear shifter out right here because I'm not seeing a way to take the shift lever off without like cutting it. So I think I'm gonna pop these two nuts out right here and see if it'll slide out upwards. I'm gonna give that a tug and see if that'll pull out. Yes! All right, so here's my shifting rod. I'll be amazed if this actually slips through this hole. Yeah, there's no way that that's going through there. That's what I thought. All right, so I found the problem. I had to take this little bell housing off of the top of the column, removing all of the guts and detaching the horn wire. Olivia helped me figure it out. So now we should be ready to pull this out. All right, we got to do this before our battery dies, Liv.
Yeah, we're so close, Dad. We gotta get one part.
Oh yeah, she's out. She's out, guys.
Like this video if y'all think we did a good job on this car. So, say bad, Dad.
All right, guys. Next time you see me, we'll be pulling this front end out. So see you guys then. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. In this video, we're gonna be dropping out the old stock front end out of this 54 Bel Air and installing a Mustang II cross member and suspension. So as you can see here, I've got the Mustang II. These are the spring cups. And then here is the cross member to fit this exact frame. I got it from Speedway Motors. It is built to be identical to the Heights kit, but it's half the price. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully everything works as it should. But the first thing we gotta do here is we've got to get all the measurements here that we need off of the stock ride height, the stock frame, the stock front end. That way, whenever we drop all this out and we go to welding the other cross member back in, we get everything centered and right where it needs to be. So the first thing I was going to do is I'm gonna put a level across it this way and confirm that it's level, which as you can see, good enough. And then you're gonna run the level this way, which looks good, and this way, which looks good. So my frame is totally plumb this way and this way. All right, so now I'm just gonna get as many measurements as I can to try to be sure that I keep this frame from spanning out or in, getting all wonky. So one of the measurements that I wanna get is I wanna measure the frame width from the very front bolt hole to bolt hole. All right, that's gonna be 21 and 15/16. All right, so frame width inside to inside, 21 and 15/16 of an inch.
I want you to take this tape measure, put it right in the center of the hub on the back, and I'll run it to the center of the spindle here on the front, and we'll get exact measurement on both sides.
Okay.
115.5. Let's do the other side and see if we're
All right.
right on that. That right there is exactly 115.5.
All right. All right, wheelbase both sides. 115.5. So now all I got to do is get it up on jack stands and level it, and then drop that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
A few more bolts and
Yeah.
that thing will
Zip
slide
it right out.
roll out. Unhook your brake lines. We'll clean that up, mark everything good, and we'll bring my welder down and
Yep.
we'll get that thing tacked in.
Sounds good. We're a little low in the front, high in the back. As you can see, we are level going this way now. Let's see if we can check our level side to side. Perfect. Well guys, it's time to drop the front end out. And it should just be a few bolts in the brake lines and we'll be out. So all it is we got these two bolts right here. I got to knock out these two bolts for the sway bar. There's two bolts right there. And then I've already got one out right here, so there's just one left there and there. And we got the same exact setup on the other side, so it shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, I definitely should put some penetrant on these things. I'm gonna leave one bolt in on this side and then start working on the other side. That way it don't get lopsided on me. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna put a jack up under this. That way it doesn't just like fall out from under me. All right, maybe that'll be enough just to keep it centered so it doesn't just fall completely. Other than the sway bar, that might be it. Oh, she's about to drop out, y'all. Feels so good getting that sway bar out because it was mean to me earlier. All right, the sway bar's undone totally now. You know what that means, guys? It's time for the last bolt to lower this thing down. She may crash and burn, I don't know, we'll see. I'm just gonna try to stay out of the way. See what happens. All right, guys, watch closely. Here we go. Oh, yep. All right, it's on the ground, I think. Oh, I still got some of the bolts in it. I mean, they're not attached, they're just hanging in it. Oh, there is a bolt. Yeah, I got one more bolt over here, guys. Dang it. All right, now let's see if she'll lower on down. Oh, yeah. That was way more satisfying. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot I've got to get rid of these brake lines. Instead of messing with those right now, I'm just going to cut them off. There's one, and there goes two. Now you just lift only with your back in an upward twisting motion. Ooh, where'd my pry bar go? Oh yeah, that's the ticket right there. I got to get it to clear the frame here on these brackets without pulling it off the jack stands. Oh, there we go, there we go. We're free now, baby. Woo! Let's go! She's out of there, boys. That was not that hard of a job. So now this is just one entire piece that is valuable. I can sell this, recoup some money. Now it's gonna be super easy to clean up the front end of this frame. Get all this grease off there. We're gonna be getting this ready, cleaned up to be able to weld to. We'll have a Mustang front end in here before you know it. That's all I'm doing tonight. Next time you see me, we'll be cleaning up this front end. Me and Jimmy's gonna weld the cross member in. Solid progress today, guys. I'll be back in a blink of an eye in 3, 2, 1.